Hello, I'm Grumpy Lion 89 and welcome to Let's Play Prison Architect episode 24, where a new day has arrived. And there are a lot of complaints apparently, and I think that's because of the food. And the hygiene, apparently. But that's being resolved. Let's send some guards over here and over to the canteen to be sure. Before we get another riot. What have you done? None. Uh-oh. Well, there are enough meals for a change. So, things are going to settle down, I hope. It was all because of our food problem from yesterday. And as always, I forget to set my timer. So, I did it now. Oops, what kind of name is that? Huh. Nobody's dead, I hope. Whore. What kind of name is that? Well, I know what a whore is, but people come up with pretty funny names. If you look up, I think I've showed this before. These are all custom prisoners. If you buy extra package of Prison Architect, or how do you call it, a broader package, then you can get your name in prison in Prison Architect. So that's why it kind of weird names are coming up, and you can get them in your game if you want. This is another developer too, Chris Delay. And we've seen Mark Morris. Software developer snapped and murdered multiple people after their repeated insistence of using 2 space tabs instead of 4 space tabs. Alright, let's set transfer him. Kind of fun. A dangerous individual with an insatiable greed for contraband. Oh, funny. Andrew Lim, convicted for the attempted assassination of a major politician, also suspected in the deaths of 3 other politicians, a judge, a Navy admiral and a pizza delivery driver. Barry Carleton. In the grim darkness of the far future there was only bacon. Due to this bacon was rationed, Barry was sent back in time to serve time for bacon-related crimes. Alright, Caspar Knuckles Gray, convicted of child cruelty, child endangerment, depriving children of food, selling children as food, and misrepresenting the weight of livestock. Okay. Are there any other fun options? The rabbit penguin. Responsible for premeditated deaths of 12 people, this man earned his nickname when it was discovered he had developed a chemical that gave penguins similar symptoms to rabies and used that so they would consume his victims, leaving no evidence. And how is he caught? Dean 7 Iron McCabe. McCabe bludgeoned 3 fellow golfers to death after one sneezed while he was putting for the club record score. He missed. No one would own up, so he killed all 3. Caught while hacking into the bank's network system that he is already working for. The only excuse he mentioned when caught was that he just wondering how much the president earns monthly. Alright. Have I read this out loud? No. Fraser Bacon Killer Brown. Fraser Bacon Killer Brown kidnapped and savagely force-fed bacon to a group of innocent vegans for 3 straight weeks until they burst. He then sold the remains to a pig farmer. Jason Spatz Christensen, a local moonshine brewer, unfortunately cocked up a brew and poisoned half the country. Alright. J. Mr. Meat Barker was convicted of fraud after being found stuffing horses into cow costumes and sending them off to the slaughterhouse. He is believed to be behind the infamous horse meat scam of 2013. Shall we do a couple more? Well, why not? John 7-bit Knottenbelt. That's a Dutch name, Knottenbelt. John 1023-bit Knottenbelt, incarcerated for attempt of court after refusing to divulge of the final bit of his SSH key. He stands accused of grand larcency, I hope I pronounced it right, sedition and a lack of dress sense. Alright. Casper Kyle Grubb. Casper Grubb was a developer that built software for a defense contractor and accidentally pushed the wrong buttons, leading to a missile getting launched, killing several persons. Kiran Kiwi Guar. Kiwi Guar was charged with brutally murdering a lot of salesmen with a rusty spoon stolen from a charity shop. He was sentenced him to, that's not correct, to 35 years for the irony alone and 45 years for stealing from a charity shop. How evil, alright. Last one. Leander Shambles Hembley bludgeoned his employer to death for continually being called Shambles. Alright. Well, let's continue. Maybe it helps if I actually am past the game. There are a lot of prisoners not fed. I start to think that this number is not correct because the last thing I know, this is more than 65%. So at least 75% of the prisoners have had their meal. So I think we should not look at this number over here, this percentage. But this was their own fault because they start fighting and stuff, so if I deployed guards, 2, and let's remove those. Oh, I forgot to hook up those. Now we need to wait with that till tomorrow. We have 48 prisoners and 48 cells, but we have 2 releases, so we have 2 cells left. So I'm glad we decided to prioritize other stuff instead of building more cells, because we don't need them right away. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat or something. Almost time for work. Needs wise, we're doing pretty good. Families are relatively low. Recreation is relatively low or relatively high, depending on how you look at it. Let's see how the work is divided. If that's the right pronunciation or the right word for the purpose. I think we have 20 jobs over here. 3 jobs over here, that's 23, and I've added 6 jobs, so 29 jobs, 46 prisoners, so no problem at all. And now 60% is fed, while there are more prisoners come in, so we're now almost at 50%, and it says 60 over here. So I have no idea what's happening with that, but I assume that it's being fixed in one of the next alpha. So we're just not look at that anymore. And there are just 7 families left to visit. Are there prisoners busy with cleaning. Here it says it does, but where? Ah, it's going rather quickly for a change. Are you pooing on the floor? I hope you don't. Or pooping is the correct word, I believe. They are cleaning over here. Another batch of sheet metal. Why are they going this way? Ah, they're going through this door. And that way they're evading all the metal detectors. So we need to do something about that. So I think I'm going to end the episode here. We are past 50 minutes and I think it's a good idea to try and make the episode not much longer than 50 minutes, although I screw up there sometimes. I thank you all for watching and have fun gaming. Bye bye.